So my journey began the same way that all great journeys do, with me standing in a futuristic public toilet spewing my guts up. And to be honest, I was having an absolute blast. That is until Elon Musk walked in and gave me that look. Anyway, my boss called me to his office, so I stopped spewing, said hello to Buddhist Cyclops, and rode the elevator to the top floor of our 69-story building. Before heading into my meeting, though, I made sure that the bottoms of my shoes were clean by scraping them on the furniture and heads of everyone I came in contact with, and then headed on in just in time to witness the futuristic United Nations meeting take place. Or just the fun meeting for short. And boy oh boy was it fun, alright. My boss poured himself a glass of vintage alien cum, but didn't offer me any, so I jumped on the table and stomped all over his glasses like it was my bar mitzvah, which surprisingly pleased him enough to grant me the Nobel Peace Prize, aka a USB stick with nudes of all the local MILFs in my area. This one definitely looked mean enough to handle the dragon. He then gave me a fat wad of cash that he said was to be used for nothing but crack cocainus. And with that I headed back to my office where, fortunately inside of my desk drawer, I had a Ventolin inhaler already full of crack cocainus. So I invested the money into tidal pods instead. Now that I was completely off chops, I decided to jump in my private jet car and take to the skies. Impressive views to say the least. Then my pilot, for some reason or another, decided that it'd be a good idea to park my jet car in the middle of a basketball court that was occupied by some wannabe gangsters. So this happened.
Could have f***ing crushed us. Okay, no, hey, we ain't looking for no beef with you.
Then I picked up the ball and sunk it from the 69-point line just to flex my toxic masculinity and my epine, which was over 9,000 plank lengths. After that, the lady with the plastic vagina checked my ID to make sure I was underage, then let me into the club in the history of mankind.
Kiss my dad's bunk!
Sorry, what? Kiss your dad's bunk? I headed straight to the DJ booth in the hopes that I could commit heinous war crimes against her and her earhole abuse, but combat had unfortunately not been activated yet. So I shoved a cotton tip into both of my eardrums until they burst, then headed downstairs to meet my boy Jackie. We were deep in the middle of a conversation about his organic tomato garden that he'd recently set up in the backyard of his neighbor's house, who he'd recently killed and buried underneath the tomato garden. And then suddenly out of nowhere, some Japanese gangsters rocked up and demanded my MILF chip. Turns out his mum was on it and he didn't want anyone to bone his mum. Except him.
I'm waiting.
At that point, I just passed out on the floor because I'd actually been shooting up in my jet car prior to arriving at the club, but Jackie picked me up and suggested we buy a new car. We got this bad boy at a really good discount, and the only thing it didn't come with were the textures. After that, we performed a satanic ritual, took a couple of belly dancing lessons, got curb stomped in the face and lost a tooth, and then we bought some guns. Lots and lots of guns that we then used to kill lots and lots of people. And with that, it was time for my first real job after losing my actual job at Tesla for vomiting in front of Elon Musk. Obviously, the first thing I did was invade a homeless man's sleeping quarters where I found the legendary Pylomancer 3000 that legends have spoken of for millennia. They say it'll make you feel like a new man. I then found a good old-fashioned tub of creatine monohydrate. Some things never get old, even in the future. And snuck up on a fat gangster whose eyeballs I combusted by hacking into his mainframe. After that, I just beat him to death with my bare hands because he was blind and it was easy. In the room behind him, I found the lady I was sent to rescue, but first I shoved her unconscious, almost dead lover off her face first into the water and picked her up because I was jacked from the tub of creatine I'd eaten with a spoon. The trauma team immediately arrived on the scene to carry off the almost dead lady, but made the big mistake of shoving me in the process. So the next few days was spent with me introducing the trauma team to the Pylomancer 3000. With that out of the way and my first mission being a great success, it was finally time to drive home and unwind. Oh god, it's the Norman Reedus twins. And they've lost their legs.
Somebody help me!
In hindsight, though, I was very lucky that when I got home, I didn't trip over and die as I'd left my in the middle of the doorway. I like to use them while I'm surfing the web. And now that that's out of the way, I guess it's finally time to go to bed. Good night. Oh, actually, hold on. I could do with another burrito. Oh yeah, baby. Oh it's stuck. See, that's what happens when you buy the XXL. Just gonna eat it out of the machine. Bro, are you sure you really need that?
This machine accepts.
Okay, fine. I'll help. What? Well, I was just trying to help. After that, I headed to the Venice beach of Night City, where I had one goal and one goal only. And that goal was to beat the living shit out of people with sloppy lifting form like this douchebag right here.
Please don't. Call the cops!
Te reto a que lo hagas otra vez.
What? Is this your mama? I feel so sorry for you, kid.
Ya
Actually,
te van
help.
a dar tu merecido.
Oh, that got her up. There we go.
Por favor.
It's all good, kid. So this is Night City by day, huh? Pretty freaking impressive. Oh my god, look at this place. It was nice to see that people were still cowering on the floor several hours later. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, she do be looking kinda... You know, a little bit of a fun fact, Jackie. Ever since I bought this car 5 years ago, I've still got no idea what any of these switches do. Autobots roll out.
Exchanging fire!
God damn it. Is this guy still having a conversation? What the hell? Oh, is she really dead? Oh my goodness. I am gonna be in trouble. Oh, this one's still alive. Dead men tell no tales. It's the guy from the vending machine. Bro, look, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I'm sorry.
It's hopeless. The whole world is...
It's just a vending machine, bro. You'll get another burrito, don't worry about it. After all of that, I decided to head to my Ripper dock to get some new implants. Most notably the BBC 69. Unfortunately though, he didn't have it in stock because some scalpers stole the last shipment to sell on eBay for 3 times the recommended retail price, but he did give me an eyeball that I could put in the end of my dick. Then as soon as I got outside, I heard gunfire and instantly knew that it was a firefight between the Popo and the scalpers that stole all the BBC 69s.
Oh, there's the attacker. I'll get him.
Yes! Street cred. The only currency that talks. Now to tidy up the place a little bit. This is a barbecue, right? Ooh! Sorry about your chair. Oh god. Then after I'd finished cleaning up the streets, I jumped in a suspicious looking smoke-filled van with a big black man.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
We talked business over a nice mouthful or two of lung cancer and I accepted Dexter's offer, which was to go meet a girl called Evelyn Parker and strategize a way to perform a gangster-level heist from the most powerful gangster in Night City, Arasaka.
One more thing, Mr. V. Quiet life or blaze of glory?
How about Quiet Glory Hole? Earlier that morning, I'd actually read on Reddit that snapping necks was a good way to rid the body of passively inhaled smoke. So I snapped some dude's neck, then took a moment to admire the soft Corpo on the wall. After that, I raided an abandoned GNC warehouse from 2020, still packed to the brim with creatine monohydrate, then snapped one more neck for the road. Oh no, it's Conor McGregor. At this point, my robo legs were getting pretty tired of running, so I attempted to summon my vehicle for the very first time. And as you can see right here, that went totally according to plan.
Just mind your business, okay?
God. Being a fair man, though, I decided to give Old Faithful the benefit of the doubt and gave her, them, one more chance to redeem her themselves. That went splendidly. Where are you going? Hey, I'm over here. Oh, where the bloody hell is this underground fight club? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe around this corner right here. Whoa! Shh! What the bloody... Oh, God. The future sure is a crazy place. After a whole bunch of aimless gallivanting around Night City, I finally made my way to a secret underground fight club that was neither secret nor underground. It was at that sacred location that I had the blessed opportunity of brutally murdering the same guy twice with my bare hands. It was great, and something I highly recommend other families of the future do on their next vacation. After that, I treated my samurai sword to some more softcore, then headed to the local Japanese gangster bar to chop some guy's head off. Jeez, what went down in the Japanese gangster bar made me feel like a ninja, so I ninja'd some head off and another arm off, then I stole their car and reversed it over Barry. Oh god. After that, I felt like eating a kebab, so I went to a little restaurant called My Bob's Your Bob's, but obviously that ended up with me shooting the guy so good that he got lodged in the kitchen counter, so I punched his head off. then barbecued him. Barbecued gangster. My favorite. Now, I've seen some shit, but let me tell you right now that nothing prepares you for the insanity that is the everyday norm in Night City. Like some random guy with no pants asking you for a lift to the Ripper dock because his dick is on fire. Regardless, I obliged, but decided to make a very brief stop along the way to kill a couple of naughty men for being naughty.
You're in deep.
Oh god, I'm terrified. Oh no. Is this meant to be oh my.
You're in deep.
I don't know about that, buddy. Also, why are you dropping all of these guns all over the place? What the hell? Look at all this loot. What in the world is actually happening right now? Oh, isn't this sweet? Everywhere I go, my friend goes with me. Well, I can't seem to shake him. I wonder if maybe I can, throw him into the middle of traffic and see if that solves my problem. No, you meant to hit him. Alright, how about if I get hit by a car? Maybe that'll shake him loose. Here goes nothing. Did that do it? Did that shake him loose? Oh, God. Okay, I've got my gun back now. Oh. Well, that was weird as hell. But when we finally arrived at the Ripper dock, she didn't have time to check out the guy's burning dong because she already had a patient. So I freed up her schedule for him.
That's enough risk for one day.
What have you done?
Then I headed off for the most grueling, dangerous, blood-filled, and challenging boss battle of my career. Well, this is an interesting boss battle. Oh god. I really appreciate bosses like this that just stand there silently letting you put bullet after bullet into their face. Thank you. Shoot NPC's face, rib explodes. Seems legit. Anyway, after having spent around 40-something hours in Night City, I finally had my very first hitman mission. And that mission was to kill a cop. And I'm not even being sarcastic, she's actually an honest cop and that's why I need to kill her. Oh my god, Grandma. No, I do not want to eat fish for breakfast. Excuse me, kids, coming through on an assassination mission. Hello, lady. Oh my.
Stop! Not one more step!
Let it go. It's not worth it.
Yeah, you got what you wanted, now f*** off.
Okay. Anyway, after leaving her apartment, I actually bumped into Tom Hanks, so I killed him and stole his car, then headed to Lizzie's to progress the main story mission, which I thought I'd been on for the past 2 days, but actually I hadn't.
No recording, no copping feels when the guards ain't looking. In you go.
My, what a sweet little face you have.
What a classy tattoo you have.
My, what a sweet little face you have.
I said, what a classy tattoo you have.
Kiss my dead spunk!
I then met up and sat down with Evelyn Parker to discuss the details of the heist we were going to perform, but she said I needed to go down into the basement and watch some VR first to prepare. The leather seat was old, crusty, and covered in white stuff. Just the way I like it. Turned out the VR was actually a code name for recreation of the Japanese Yakuza boss's apartment that I was going to be breaking into later. While I was in there, I located the safe that held the relic that I needed to steal, then paid a visit to Baraka's cousin to buy the military-grade drone that we were going to use to get the job done.
Oh, you forgot to spit on me.
Oh my god. The future sure is a crazy place. Unfortunately though, when I met up with the rest of the gang, we weren't able to proceed with the heist because the quest item was lodged in the middle of the ground. So yeah, that was cool. After loading up my 10-hour-old save file and finally getting back to where I was, we hopped into our hitman taxi and headed to the hotel where the heist was going to take place. And I'm not gonna lie, finding Hideo Kojima in the bar was pretty legit. Though in hindsight, I do kind of regret fanboying on top of the table like an absolute fuckwit. Sorry, Kojima-san, I've been very disrespectful. Forgive me. After that, I made use of the complimentary hotel champagne by complimentarily smashing the glasses on the floor like I was at a Greek wedding, then headed into our hotel room to set up the drone. We snuck the little invisible bugger in through the air vents, then had him drop his little electro spider dick in the dude's mouth. To pacify him until we were done.
There's the awkward silence. You, wanna hear a joke? Okay.
While Jackie tried to crack his way into the safe, the filthy, rotten 2-bit crook inside of me compelled me to steal everything in the apartment we'd broken into, from chewing gum to Bolex watches and used frangers. My battery was at 1% though, so I very briefly plugged myself into the USB charger, and by the time I was done, Jackie had already gotten the relic out of the safe. But of course, the Yakuza guy came back up in the elevator, forcing us to hide in a very inconvenient and cramped location. Fortunately though, it did afford us some excellent front row seats to the murder that was taking place between Yakuza-san and Yakuza Dad. bad. Naturally, everyone thought we did it, so we piss-bolted out the building and tried to shimmy our way to the rooftop, but a transformer appeared out of nowhere, so we jumped off the building and went crashing through a glass window. Yeet! Much to our surprise, apparently cannonballing through a glass window was bad for the relic, and now the only way to save it was for Jackie or I to dock with it. Fortunately, Jackie was into docking. With the relic firmly docked in Jackie's head, we blasted our way to our hitman taxi down in the car park and prepared to make our escape. But first, a word from our sponsors. At least you're wearing Jinguji. Rip Geralt. Then after escaping despite the inconvenience, we staved off an alien invasion from the discomfort of our taxi and got away with the relic. Hooray, we did it. Mission success. But then I realized that Jackie was only looking like probably about a 9 out of 10.
It's okay, V. Oh, hold out.
It's gonna be alright, huh? You'll see Misty, your mom, everyone you love.
Misty. I know. She always knew.
Oh, God. He actually took it out of his head. Oh, this game is too much at 3 o'clock in the morning. God help me.